morning, the time is 7:31 a.m. The news headline. Uche Mefor roast Ipob leader Nnamdi Kanu is cursed. Uche Okafor Mefor, estranged deputy leader of the outlawed indigenous people of Biafra Ipob, has asserted that Nnamdi Kanu is cursed. According to Mefor via his known Facebook page on Sunday, Kanu, Ipob leader, is replete with injustice, acts the land of Biafra detests. Mefor, who blamed Kanu for the burial and brutal killing of civilians during Ipob ordered sit-at-home days, stated that confusion will engulf the indigenous people of Biafra. The message from him reads like this: Ipob, Nnamdi Kanu, Ipunk remains cursed. Nemesis or karma remain in full gear until the confessions and self-destructive expositions are completed. In fullness of time, humanity shall recognize and appreciate this fact that treachery does not pay, nor does it do anybody or any group any good. IPO Nnamdi Kanu is cursed beyond redemption. The spirit of the land of our ancestors, the land of Biafra, abhors injustice. It frowns at the abomination of crimes against humanity, which go to the very heart of the spilling of blood and beheading of Biafrans by Biafrans on Biafrans soil, and the desecration of our heritage, the legacy of lies, of deception, and of blackmail we proudly fought against, and which they have continued remains at Waterloo. This IPO, Nnamdi Kanu, Ipunk, shall continue with the confession. They shall continue to speak in confusing, hostile languages among themselves until they completely expose their evil and atrocity by themselves. And you know what? They have no control over it, because they who are cursed have no influence over what befalls or happens to them. The desperate, ineffective damage control maneuvers shall all the more continue to expose their hypocrisy therein. They shall continue to lie from one level to the other, and further continue to defend those same lies with their other bundles of lies and deception until they destroy themselves by themselves and blame no other themselves. And these were the words of the estranged deputy leader of the outlawed indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, where he said that Kanu was cursed. And there have actually been another writer through analysis that was talking about if the arrest of Ipob in Nnamdi Kanu will end Biafrans agitations. Like we know that Nnamdi Kanu is a self-acclaimed freedom fighter and the leader of the secessionist organization Indigenous People of Biafra, which is an Igbo ethnic group that wants to break away from Nigeria, where he was arrested while in Kenya and extradited back to Abuja on Tuesday, 29th of June 2021. And the question actually is if his detention changes the course of Biafra tensions. And this has actually brought about different type of reactions from people, where one or another said that Buhari has been able to send a strong message that he is capable after all, and that no matter where you are or how long it will take, the harm of law will eventually get you. And another one says that this would be a major blow to the morale of the independent people of Biafra Ipob, says Ephraim Onoja, a security expert. And when looking at it, he said that Kanu flouted most of his bail conditions before fleeing Nigeria after a failed attempt by the military to arrest him at his residence in the southeast state of Abia in November 2017, where they said that Nnamdi Kanu's arrest confirms that Buhari's regime can be swift, decisive, and methodical when it is motivated, usually by ethnic or religious sentiment. And the voice of the struggle says that from his base in the UK and through the radio waves of Radio Biafra, the London-based radio station that serves as the voice of the secessionist struggle. Kanu indoctrinated many youths in the southeast with frequent discussions about how they do not belong to a united Nigeria and why they should remain passionate about the struggle for a Biafra. 12 of his supporters were killed on 14th of September 2017 when security operatives tried to arrest Kanu in Abia State. According to Amnesty International, the Nigerian army claimed that those killed had resisted arrest, but more importantly, the casualties added to the growing list of more than 100 of Kanu's followers who have been killed in violent crackdown. And Kanu has been a big nightmare for governors and leaders of the southeast because he feels everyone has been sabotaged, says an aide to the governor of Abia, where Kanu is from. On the flip side though, Kanu's detention could aggravate the security situation in southeast, says Onoja. It might have a calming effect in the short term, but in the long term, given that the Ipob leader is still set in captive, then the followers might also re-strategize and step up the pressure as a means of putting pressure on the government to release him or enter negotiations, you see. Olariyoanju agrees that the arrest does not mean an end to Ipob's agitation, telling the Africa Report that because the group's leadership operates in independent formations that do not depend on Kanu for direction, their inspiration will still be there even while he's arrested, and the formations will be largely unaffected. And with the next general elections in Nigeria around the corner, Kanu's arrest may also become a political instrument in the southeast for an independent Biafra. And this is these are all the things that are being considered as regards the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu. And one Uche Okafor Mefor, who was said to be the deputy leader of the Ipob, has asserted himself that Nnamdi Kanu is cursed via his Facebook page, where he said that the leader is replete with injustice acts and lands of Biafra actually detest that Mefor, who blamed Kanu for the brutal killing of civilians during the indigenous people of Biafra order sit at home, stated that confusion will engulf the indigenous people of Biafra because quite a while after they arrested Nnamdi Kanu, there have been a declaration that all the residents should sit at home until Nnamdi Kanu is released. So every Monday they should sit at home, and at a particular point in time, the lawyer suspended that law. But the Mefor actually says that they shall continue to speak, that the Ipob will continue to speak in languages that are confusing, and they would not get themselves until they expose their evils and atrocity.